Okay, so welcome back to Crypto Scam. We're going to be taking a look today at another scam, of course. And this one, it's called Cryptoindex. And when you first get on the page, actually it looks, I don't know. When I first looked at this website, I was a little skeptical. I was like, maybe it could be real, they have this kind of like strange, imagination of what a Bitcoin actually looks like. And, all these kind of crypto sites, they try to, make a physical representation of a Bitcoin. And it's kind of funny, but, this site has, it looks like they actually put some effort into the design. And so, that's not such a bad thing for a scammer. You might want to, convince your audience that you're legit by making your graphics kind of look professional. They got an FAQ, they got terms and conditions, they have their contact, Facebook and Twitter and all these things. And so when you first get on it, you think, well, all right, let's, free sign up. That sounds nice. You see all these things, which we're going to get into in a little bit, but 8% daily forever, up to 15%, making money on your investment, 15% every day. That sounds way good, right? So here we go, Cryptoindex. It's whoever built and paid for this website must have put in some effort, and what we really see here is that, in fact, it's just another scam, because when you dig into it, you see that it's a facade. And behind that facade is some experienced con artists, and they really know what they're doing here. So let me kind of walk you through the process of how I came to realize that this was a scam. First things first, it's really funny because, they have a business license and they promote that. They say, oh, look at our certificate. You can even view it. You can view the details. You can view the certificate even. So take a look at this. Here they have their Cryptoindex Limited, right? They have an address. The company status is active. There's, does it have his name? No, I had to do a little bit more digging. Oh yeah, here, when you go to people, you can find out that this Scott Hager is whoever must be the owner or creator or whatever. So once you start kind of looking into this, you kind of start to see that, well, maybe there's some red flags. And what I did was I actually copied the address of wherever this 70 Ferry Lane South, Rhineham, United Kingdom. And I put that in Google Maps and I did Street View, and it turns out that it's just like this shipping yard. Like there's no business there. And I actually got caught up in another scam a while ago, and it's similar things. They just pick an address. It doesn't, no one actually holds that property as a business. So that was the first red flag for me. The second red flag is when I started looking up this Scott Hager or whatever. Scott Hager, yeah. I tried looking him up, and within what was it, like 0.3 seconds or whatever, Google found 600,000 matches for this guy. There were like over 50 LinkedIn profiles. And so, really, if you're a business owner, especially a new business like this with cryptocurrencies, you really want to set yourself apart. You want to be known for what you're doing. And so it seems strange that it was so difficult to find this guy. I don't even know if the people that I actually focused on LinkedIn and on Facebook, I have no idea if they're the culprits, if they're the actual people connected with this. So, when you start trying to look at who has control of this company, and if you can't find any reliable information, red flag. Also, when you look up the address and it just looks like there's nothing there, red flag. So, those were kind of the first two ideas that I had. Let's check out who it is. Let's check out where it is. Well, I kept looking. I started looking more at the website itself, and something became funny. Just the idea that they promote their certificate so much. what other company do you hear being like, we're legitimate, look, we're super legitimate? If you're a legitimate company, you don't have to say that. Um, and if you're really that worried that people are going to think that you're a scam, well, then it seems like by showing that you're legit, it just, it raises more questions than it answers. Um, I don't want to get into too much because, like, the text on this too, I can obviously tell it was written by a non-native English speaker. I mean, that's fine. Like, people use English all over the world. English is not just for Americans. It's not just for the British. There are more Indians that speak English than any other country, anyone else on earth. So I get, but when you kind of see that, all right, this company didn't even hire someone. He's supposedly British, right? He's from the UK, but he has all these, like, you know, I don't know, just small little slips. You know, what's a good example? Here, let's just read. So this is their welcome to Cryptoindex. One of the biggest advantages of Bitcoin is its volatility, the high amplitude of the fluctuations, as you can buy them cheap and sell dear on specialized exchanges. What is sell dear? What are they trying to say here? This is their welcome page, and it just doesn't make sense. So, all right, again, not trying to say that, just because like you're not a native English speaker, you can still make your website in English. That's fine. Just, get it checked. Make sure it's clear. Make sure that, you know, there aren't grammatical mistakes and misleading sentences or ambiguous sentences. If you want to make money, you should at least tell people, clearly what you're trying to say. So another kind of red flag. But let's keep going down through the page because there's just like, I mean, I couldn't even fit everything in the article. Like, there's just so much on this. Their latest news, Cryptoindex Limited goes online, and this is December 3rd, 2017. Okay, I get it. Company, they want to have like a news page, but that's the only item they have. Like, it seems like the only thing that this site did was start. Okay, well, if this is a legit company, you'd think that they would be promoting, like, they would have a lot of news, oh, we've just reached, this many members. And they have this, they say, running days, 26 days, total accounts, 85,000, over 85,000. Total Bitcoins deposited is like 211, which is quite a bit of money, actually, when you think of what the price of the Bitcoin is now. And visitors online is like over 1,300. These statistics, that kind of seems maybe reliable, but they're just, I mean, anyone can make a web page and say, oh, there are currently 20,000 people looking at my web page. Like, how can we believe them? So don't necessarily believe numbers on a website, unless there's some data service that, like, specifically shows it. Like, you can find analytics online and you can see, okay, how much traffic is this website getting, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you can see that. And one of the ways that I was able to find scams before is by seeing, okay, here's the website, right? And then all of a sudden one day it spikes up, right? Well, what happened in that day? Obviously, they sent out a bunch of scam, like, emails, or they bought the domain or something, and then all of a sudden, this says that they were established December 3rd, 2017. But I wonder actually, like, where their traffic, I'm curious about their chart for, how many people visit and what the reality is, because they say that there are currently over 1,000 people looking at the site. I gotta call bullshit on that. I don't know. Again, there's just so much in this that on the surface it looks okay, but as soon as you start looking into it, everything becomes a red flag. Let's get on to these investment plans, right? So look, we got the kind of first stage, like, the easiest kind of investment you can make is an 8% daily, interest rate, and it says forever. I don't really know what that means, 8% daily forever, but They say that the minimum is like 0.001 Bitcoins and the maximum is 10 Bitcoins. So just think, if a Bitcoin is worth, let's say, $15,000 US dollars, which it's about that right now, 10 Bitcoins, that's what, $150,000? Am I right? Is my math right? Who has $150,000 laying around that, to get into the next bracket, to get 9%, you got to put in $150,001, and then you get to the next one, and then that's 9%, and then it's to 25 Bitcoins, which I'm not a mathematician. I should have looked up these numbers before, but we're talking incredibly huge amounts of money that, like, at the end of it, the minimum for 15% is 100 Bitcoins, over 100 Bitcoins. So 100 Bitcoins times 15,000. Hey Siri, what is 100 times 15,000? 1,500,000. Okay, so if you have $1.5 million, like, dollars, US dollars, sitting around, hey, why don't you put it in this website, this huge scam? Like, if you're going to invest $1.5 million, there are going to be teams of lawyers, right? Like, no one just throws around $1 million. So what do these guys think that they're going to get? Do they really expect that someone is going to go through with this? Of course not. They put this as like a trap to make it seem like it's legit because, oh yeah, millionaires are using this. They want the 15%. Well, you're just a humble bloke, and you can do the 8%, but we have the investors who are doing the 15% because millionaires are using our website. Well, okay, I doubt it. And what's funny about it too is that what it must be, and the reason why this website exists is really about their referral commission, right? I don't know if I don't know who our viewers are. I'd like more engagement with our audience. So, we're trying to build up our YouTube channel, our social media, everything. So I hope that we can start to have a dialogue, and I'd like to know who you are, but I hope that you're the type of person who can kind of see through bullshit. Maybe you're not. Maybe you have, and sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes you get involved in the scam and it seems really real, and there's these pyramid schemes. Sometimes they're legit. Sometimes it's multi-level marketing, excuse me, MLM. And, that's a legitimate type of business. You encourage new people to join, to sell your products. And then if they sell products under you, you get a commission from them. It's a legitimate business. I'm from Michigan, where Amway, it's a very contentious kind of. People have their own views about Amway, but it's a multi-level marketing scheme, and they have it set up so that if you get people under you, you get a portion of their commission, like of their sales, a commission off of their sales. But the difference between it being MLM and between being a pyramid scheme, or even more a Ponzi scheme, is the fact that in a multi-level marketing structure, you're selling a product, right? So I'm actually selling something, and something that has value. And then if I can convince someone else to sell that thing that has value, well, I can get some of that. That's legitimate. But if you're not selling any product, if you're just selling for Cryptoindex, they're just selling an investment. An investment is not a product, right? You can't make a commission off of someone else's investment. That, by definition, is pyramid. That is a pyramid scheme. And at worst, it's a Ponzi scheme, where you take the only way to pay back the people, because you want to be convincing, right? You want people to believe that it's legitimate. And so you take some people's money and say, okay, if you get new people, I'll give you some of it. Well, you're really just taking, you know, the expression robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? Take from him to give to him. That's what it comes down to. And, that's in essence, that is the biggest point about this, is that you can invest your money in this and you might see some return, right? You might get a little bit of money back, but that's not real. There's no actual value being created, right? This is not growing any kind of business. It's not creating new wealth. It's really just redistributing. And that's why in their terms and conditions, well, let me first, in the FAQ, there's a really good, how do they say it? Is it a safe investment? Yes, we ensure the safety of your investment remains our top priority and employ the best technical minds to create multiple layers of protection, which involves using DDoS. What are you using DDoS for? Like what? But where does it say? It says one of these questions is about like, can I lose my money? Yeah, here. Can I lose money by investing here? No, you can't lose money. We make every effort to ensure the safety of your assets. That seems reassuring. You read an FAQ and you want to know what people are asking. These are questions that are frequently asked, so they must have a lot of people that are asking this. Of course they don't. These are just questions that they make. They make the question, they make the answer, and there's nothing legal about this. Like, this is not legally binding. If you want to find the legally binding points, look in their terms and conditions, their rules and agreements, right? As soon as you get here, you see that they say, we reserve the right to change the rules, right? We can do anything we want. It is not our responsibility. Like, we're not liable for any damages. You should know what you're doing. Be warned. Don't give us your money if you think that you're going to be in control. It's the exact opposite of what they were saying on their FAQ. So, and then it says, if you do not agree with the disclaimer, please do not go any further. Okay, I will not. I will not go any further. I'm not going to join this site. I'm not going to sign up. I'm not going to do anything. All I'm going to do is try to warn people about this scam, right? And that's what we're doing here. Crypto Scam. Check us out. We got a website. We're going to be building up our YouTube soon, so you can find us. We're a little small on YouTube right now, but if you find us, Crypto Scam, search the channel. You'll see videos like this. And if you do, like and subscribe. We need your help to grow. Yeah, it's kind of one of those, if you help us, we'll help you. And we help people by pointing out these scams. So cryptoscam.net, check us out. I'll just show you our website real quick, cryptoscam.net. We give a bunch of different, warnings. And really, if you're looking to make an investment in cryptocurrencies, you really got to check us out first. Because if we found a scam, it's going to be on our blacklist. If we found something that actually works, it'll be on our whitelist. So, we don't just say the bad stuff. We actually tell you what we believe will be good. And don't think that Crypto Scam is a scam. We're the ones that are pointing out. We're trying to differentiate between what's good and what's bad. So check us out. I'll be here again soon, and hopefully we'll see each other. Well, I won't see you, but come on, leave some comments or let me know who you are, because I'm curious. I don't know who I'm talking to, and as soon as there starts to be a conversation, we get into a new territory, and I'm excited to get into that territory. So thank you. I will see you guys soon.